Good evening, Arsenal community, Albert JTV community. 0-0 at the City Ground. We extend the lead to 7 points, but really it should be more. Missed chances, rude chances. We go again on Tuesday in the Champions League. But before we get into it, people, for the review, with Nottingham Forest 0, Arsenal 0, smash that like button, and we'll be back shortly after the Albert JTV intro. That would help. Take myself off mute. Yes, people. Albert JT for community back for a late night Saturday match review, match reaction, whatever you want to call it. Nottingham Forest 0, Arsenal 0. Arsenal extend their lead to 7 points at the top of the Premier League. Smash that like button, people, on the way in. It has been a while. With your resident Albert JTV. Let me adjust the mic. Where do I start, man? Big up Sophie Nicolau and James Johnson for doing an amazing post-match, which I will catch up on. I apologize, I couldn't be there to join my Arsenal family to chew the fat off a 0-0 draw at the City Ground. Let's get into it, man. Let's get into it. It's been a while since I've done a live. You're probably more likely to find me doing my YouTube shorts, keeping that engagement up. But listen, sometimes life takes over, man. You got things to do. But yeah, let's get straight into it, man. So let's go straight to team lineup. I don't think I've got it actually here. I haven't, unfortunately. No. Yes, I have. It's there. But let me come to the chat box quickly to see who's going to join me for this late Saturday evening, 20:39 p.m. UK time. Yes, big up to you, man, at 170 Guna. Plenty to talk about in a short space of time, to be honest with you. Let me come to the chat there, man. At here to there. Big up to you, man. Cheers, Albert. What a missed opportunity. Audio listeners, I'm reading out some comments from the YouTube page, so please bear with me and enjoy the first 3 to 4 minutes of music at the start of the stream before I went live, and makes the match with a suddenly resurgent Manchester United or even greater importance. Spot on comment, man. You know what it is, here to there. If you have an opportunity once, you're not happy, you missed that opportunity, but you say to yourself, if that opportunity comes up again for a second time, you don't make the same mistake twice. Arsenal have done that. The 0-0 draw at home to Liverpool and the 0-0 draw away at the City Ground today. And by the way, let me give a bit of a caveat to that. I'm not taking away nothing from Nottingham Forest today because they were brilliant. But I'm an Arsenal fan and I have to analyse it from the point of view that we go into that game knowing what happened in the Manchester derby earlier. And you have to take advantage. And in my humble opinion, missed chances equals missed opportunity. Second time round. So not particularly happy about that, if I'm going to be really, really honest. So great point here to there, man. But yeah, let's go straight into team lineup, man. 3 changes from the side that played in the Carabao Cup. David Raya comes back into the fold, of course, as the number 1. Ben White comes in terms of a Premier League game. And I think the other change, the 2 changes, 3 changes. Raya, is it Martinelli and Madueke? I actually called for Madueke to start today after the midweek game against Chelsea. I just think for Mikel now at this stage of the season where you've got all your attacking options back, whether they're starting games or they're on the bench, you have a full nucleus of attack to pick from. So for me, I had no problem starting Madueke. I was actually surprised that Trossard started, if I'm going to be truthful, but he comes in. Sorry, Martinelli comes in for Trossard, sorry. So that was a bit of a surprise for me, to be honest with you. But Madueke, I thought would come in, and he did. And fair play to Mikel because, there is going to be more of a pull and a push to start Saka because he's your go-to guy along with Martin Odegaard to start him today, and he didn't. So I can't sit here and sort of see that the result ended 0-0 and change my mind. I wanted Madueke to start, and he did. And as we said before, he's very, very direct. We knew that when he was in a Chelsea shirt. We know that now that we've got him in an Arsenal shirt. And I thought the first 15, 20, I thought we found it tough going. I thought we struggled a bit. I thought we were not very good connecting passes when we're in the final third. And I'd even go as far to say I thought the passing was a little bit off in the first half. Like I said, I don't think we started the first 15, 20 well. It was a strange one for me because I don't know what you guys feel when you watch this live or when you watch it back or listen to it back on the audio download on Apple and Spotify or wherever you get your downloads from. But I just felt it kind of seesawed, really. I think we found it tough the first 15, 20. I thought we imposed ourselves in the game a little bit more. We are right side heavy in terms of our attack. I think at one point in the first 30 minutes, percentage wise, it was 62% down Ben White and Madueke's side, which shows you nothing was coming really down our left hand side. That when we did, unfortunately, Martinelli overturned the ball a lot. He worked very hard, of course, but in terms of possession, he wasn't particularly very great, in my humble opinion. Then Forest sort of wrestled back the initiative and had a good 5-10 minute period. Then we kind of ended the first half. But the main talking point in the first half for me was in a game like that, with that magnitude, and obviously knowing the result that happened in the Manchester derby earlier on, get that first goal against a tough team to play against. Yes, they're full from bottom. They had I think now it's a 5-point buffer ahead of West Ham, sort of in the relegation battle. But Arsenal had a massive, massive chance, man. If I find a picture with Gabby Martinelli. Now, it's a great picture, as you see on the screen, audio listeners. I've got a picture of Martinelli missing that chance in the first half. I don't particularly thought he got a very good contact on it, to be honest. I think it came really off his heel. And it goes past the post. You get that goal to go 1-0 up. That completely changes, one, the complexion of the game. And two, maybe, just maybe a little bit, maybe not so much in the first half if we've got the goal to go 1-0 up, but maybe Sean Dyche might look at it and think, actually, we're 1-0 down. We might have to tweak something. Arsenal have had a lion's share of possession in the first half and look quite dangerous, even with the half-come chance with Zubimendi, where he's got to look up. Whether for me, he's got to take the shot on in that position. Trying to put that in the corridor of uncertainty. For me, you've got to take a shot on. Again, Victor Gyökeres got to take that shot just a split second earlier to completely eradicate Morello getting back in time to sort of block the shot. But those were the two opportunities, and sometimes one opportunity is enough. More so, two opportunities are enough, and we didn't take them. And we go into that half-time at 0-0. But yeah, it was a tough first half. We had, like I said, we had a period of dominance. I thought physicality-wise, Forest outshone us a little bit in the first half, if I'm going to be really, really honest. And they missed Chris Wood. Chris Wood's been injured a long time. They just missed that final third. They got the pace of Hudson-Odoi. Elliot Anderson's been fantastic this season. It was always going to be a key battle and a strong battle with Declan Rice in the central areas in the middle of the park. And I thought he was really good off the ball, Elliot Anderson. Let me come to the chat quickly. Here today, big up to you again, brother. Today was much better than the Diallo performance. It was. I will say that as much as I was annoyed today with us having a missed opportunity, that performance against Liverpool was really, really poor. Because for me, it got worse in the second half. And Liverpool, possession-wise, were better than us. The second half, I thought the intensity was poor. I thought the tempo was poor from Arsenal. Fair play to Mikel because he rarely makes halftime substitutions unless it's enforced. So he took off Trossard. Sorry, he took off Martinelli and brought on Trossard. This was my own personal opinion. I said this to Kenny Ken and Sophie in separate conversations. I don't know how you feel in the chat. When he made the subs, bringing on Saka, Moreno, and Jesus, I would have kept on Gyökeres longer. Now, people might say, oh, yeah, but he wasn't having a great game. I don't think any of the Arsenal players having a great game at that period, but sometimes for me, it's too easy to take Gyökeres off and bring on Jesus. I understand you want to give Jesus more minutes and you eventually want to bring Havertz back into the fold by giving him more minutes. But for me, the way that game was going, the physicality of the two centre halves in Milenkovic and Morello, if you're going to take off Gyökeres, do it a little bit later. And if you're going to bring him off, bring on Havertz. That's the sub I would have made with those two personnel. I wouldn't have brought on Jesus. And actually, I don't think he made an impact when he came on. I thought Moreno made more of an impact than Ødegaard did for the whole of the match he was on. I would have hooked him off earlier, to be honest with you. I thought he was poor again. I thought he was anonymous. Because the thing is, when you're talking about creativity, and even forget the fact he's your captain, but probably more so you want to home in the fact that Martin Ødegaard is your captain, and he's your biggest creative outlet in that side. And Saka isn't starting. And obviously, for me, profile of player, Saka and Madueke are very different. You have to offer up a better performance than that. And this is not the first time on Martin Ødegaard. Let me be very, very clear. It happened in the last couple of games, to be honest with you. This wasn't just a one-off. I didn't even forget he was even playing, to be honest. I don't know what he did of note on the ball. I don't know what he did on with note off the ball. That's why I kept saying with Ødegaard, when people were gassing him up after the Brighton game 2 days after Christmas. And I don't know what you feel here today because you're in the chat, but when I watched, because I missed the game live, I was at work, but I watched the full 90 minutes back against the home game against Brighton, and I didn't think he was as great as people were making out. Second half against Villa was fantastic. Not great against Liverpool, not great today. I actually didn't think he was that great against Chelsea. So yeah, I just thought that substitution taken off. I would have kept on Gyökeres longer because when they brought on Saka, Saka was giving them a little bit more problems than was giving them a few problems when he came on, and he was getting crosses into the box, which Gyökeres would, to be honest, have thrived on if he was on the pitch, but he'd already been taken off and sacrificed. I think it was 10, 15 minutes into the second half. Let me come to chat quickly. And I would have given Ezra and Victor some time together. The Ezra thing, I think this is my opinion. Mikel, you know this. Donna, big up to you in the chat here to there. Mikel kind of holds, I don't know if grudges is the right word, but if you do something wrong in a game, he kind of remembers it. And Ezra's, letting Matty Cash run off the ball when we played Villa, which was our last defeat, by the way. I think we won 8 games in 11 now after today. And he hasn't started the game since. If you include the FA Cup, he started that. But even that, I said this with big up RJ and Kenny Kevin. I did Instagram live with him during the week. I forgot Eze was playing against Portsmouth. But that doesn't negate the fact that your captain, your main go-to man, your creative spark was poor. Really poor. So you bought Eze to the club. You spent a lot of money on him. You put him in, not with 10 minutes to go. I get it, you want to get a goal, you would bring another sub, but bring him on earlier. Let him get himself into the game. Difficult to get into games like that, of that nature, with 10 minutes. Yes, you got a bit of stoppage time, another 5 minutes, 15 minutes. As you said here today, get Gyökeres and Victor playing together. Sorry, get Gyökeres, sorry. That would be good to get Gyökeres and Victor playing together. Getting Gyökeres and Eze playing together. You need that maverick type, that moment, that spark, that moment of magic to get that goal to win the game 1-0. and he didn't do that. He bought him one, but for me, he bought him one too late. But Arsenal, despite I can talk about the full performance today, and I wasn't happy. I messaged I messaged Dan to come on, but he said he was out, so it's the very last minute. But Arsenal had chances, man. If you look through the course of the game, they had chances. They had chances and failed to bury them. The two chances in the first half with Gyökeres and Martinelli, you had the chances. I thought Rice's chance was really difficult. That was, to me, the fact he got it on target was he did enough. But the chance with the Moreno header, that was his bread and butter, and I'm shocked he missed it. Great free kick ball in from Declan Rice, and you had the chance with Saka. I think with that Saka chance, nothing to take away from Matt Sells because it was a great save. But I think for me, the problem was with that chance was it was great ball in, but I think it was Trossard. He was just backpedaling, so he had to generate the power a little bit from the header, and it gave Matt Sells a bit more of an opportunity to get back and tip that around the post. This is a great save, by the way. Let me not take that away from him. It's a fantastic save. But Arsenal had chances. I thought 4 very good chances to win that game, and they didn't take them. And again, I repeat myself: this is Groundhog Day with Bill Murray. If you've seen the film, people, you know. But yeah, listen, we're 7 points ahead, but let's be honest, we should be 9 points ahead. We knew what we had to do. And for a second time, we've missed an opportunity again. Now, I'm going to tell you something now. We play like that against Leeds at Ellen Road, we'll lose. We will lose. And they're going through a little purple patch where they're getting some very good results. They won today. I think last minute against Fulham. And they're looking to get in another striker, apparently, this January transfer window. But we can't play like that against Leeds because we will come unstuck. And then before you know it, the potential going for a 9-point gap is only 7 and then gets reduced to 4. It can change so quickly, so quickly, the momentum. But I spoke to Sophie Nicolau from Hybrid Squad. Big up to Sophie Nicolau. Subscribe to Hybrid Squad, people. Fantastic channel on the road to 20K. And I said to Kenny Ken, big up Kenny Ken, follow him on Instagram. When I watched the the Manchester derby earlier, fantastic game of football, by the way. I said, if United, when the score was 1-0 to United at the time, I said, if United can hold on and Arsenal can go and win at the City Ground, Arsenal have one hand on the league title. And for people that know me well enough or long enough, I don't talk out the side of my mouth for no reason. I don't say something at a whim. I genuinely felt that. I just looked at the momentum of City's results in the last few weeks. Too many draws, missed opportunities. It's a chance at home against Liverpool. We didn't take it. Very abject performance. Today was a bit better. We had chances and we didn't take them. So we can't let this bite us on the arse. We can't. We got the game in the week against Inter Milan. We want to win that. We went there 2 seasons ago, was it? We lost. Mikel want to put that right 100%. Tough going to an away ground in the Champions League, particularly against Italian opposition. Defensively very, very resolute. But today was a missed opportunity, man, to really rubber stamp our title push, man. Said it. Like I said, I don't say things lightly. United hold on to win that game. And they did. They were convinced, they were brilliant. Arsenal win today, 9 points. You got one hand on the trophy. You have. Yes, there's a lot of football to play, but like I said, I don't say things lightly. I really, really don't. That's a massive missed opportunity today. Come to the chat quickly. Yes, I would give Eza and Victor some time together. Eza makes those longer line-breaking passes. Again, time. Keep Victor on. Get Eza on earlier. That was the thing for me. United pummeled City in the second half. The worst. That was the worst half of play for City I can remember. I know. And United had 3 disallowed goals. Wow. By the way, Patrick Dorgu for them was amazing. But yeah, people, just to sum it up, man. Listen, let me go through some of the stats. What are they saying in terms of the stats? Arsenal game today. I think they said that Arsenal before today, what was it? It was, I think that's 21 points away from home this season. That's pretty impressive, and that's including today. That's a good overhaul of points, and it could have been more over the course of the season. It really could have been more. Um, just checking out the stats, people. Just bear with me, audio listeners as well. I want to get the stats quickly for the game today. But sometimes what you see with a naked eye and what you see stat wise is very, very different. But people, let me just tell you now: Arsenal 60% possession overall, 15 shots at goal. Wow, 3 on target only, 9 corners. Let me see in terms of attacks in the box, total passes. Successful final third passes 110 to Forest's 94. Pass accuracy 84%. Total passes 496 to Forest's 313. Total crosses 25 a piece each. Interesting. But yeah, listen, you can reflect on games as much as you want, but I have to go by what I saw earlier, what I saw with Arsenal today in the performance. And yeah, it's a missed opportunity, man. It really, really was in terms of the league. Do I think we're going to get that charge presented to us again this season? From what I've seen with Manchester City, yes, they brought in Mark Gay for 20 million. That's a fantastic bit of business, by the way. And Semenyo, that's 2 really good pieces of business for Man City. But I do think that there will be a situation again where Arsenal will have to take advantage because City will drop points. I mean, the next game is against Wolves. I don't see Wolves getting anything against them. I think that game is at is it the Etihad? Here today, let me know. I think they have played each other before, but I'm trying to think whether that was at the Molineux or Man City's ground. I think it's a home game for City, right? Because there's away today, so not too sure. But let me go a quick look at Arsenal's fixtures. We've got Manchester United at the end of the month. Next week Sunday we've got Manchester United at home. It's always a big game playing Manchester United anyway. I don't care what people say, but it's taken on another notch, another level after their performance day their performance day in the Manchester derby, and Arsenal obviously not getting the 3 points today. So Arsenal are going to want to put that right massively. My next home game I'm at in terms of going to an Arsenal game will be the second leg against Chelsea in the Carabao Cup, which is the 3rd of February, Tuesday the 3rd of February. At the Etihad, I can remember them. I thought the first game was at Molineux. I was right, definitely. Right, yeah, I can't see Wolves getting anything there, man. Even though they've had a little bit of a few better results under Rob Edwards. I can't see that being any different, man. But like I said, people, smash the like button when you watch this back on the rerun. Arsenal missed opportunity again. If I had to pick out an Arsenal player, I thought done well today. Really scratching my head. Thought Madueke was sharp in the first half. I don't think defensively in terms of the central edge was too troubled. We just wasn't ruthless enough in the final third. But also as well, I thought the way we didn't connect our passes in the first half, but I thought the intensity and the tempo was really poor in the second half, and Mika won't be happy with that. He will not be happy with that whatsoever. I think that's our 11th clean sheet this season. Impressive, despite what happened today. But listen, man, the games come thick and fast, as I always keep saying, man. So what we got? Inter Milan away Tuesday. Manchester United on the 25th. When have we got Leeds? Am I missing that out? We have got Leeds soon. I just can't remember now. You're probably going to get there before me here today, man. Donna Potts, I love you if you're in the chat still. Look forward to seeing you soon. We've got Leeds. That's the last Saturday in January. It's a 3 o'clock kickoff according to what I can see there. If that's correct. That's going to be tough, man. Forest was tough today, but I think that'll be tougher, personally. I think it will be. But people, smash the like button when you do watch this back. Audio listeners, you will never, ever, ever be forgotten. And people, if you don't know what to do by now, this is what you should do. There you have it, people. Surround intro to subscribe to Albert JTV. All the listeners who's wondering what that music was. Listen, we go again, man. Like I said, the game's done now. We'll do a lot of the reflecting. I'll go and check out some people's content, what to hear what they're saying about the Arsenal and that result today. But content-wise, you'll next see me. Oh, look out for my social media. You see my social media going along the bottom of the screen and the top of the screen with my Instagram and my formerly Twitter, now stroke X. Look out for my videos and YouTube reels and highlighted clips. You'll see it, you'll find it. But yeah, people, Saturday night late TV with Albert JTV. Nottingham Forest 0, Arsenal 0. Missed chances equal missed opportunities. But we go again on Tuesday in the Champions League. That is Albert JTV over and out for another match review. Arsenal, you could have had one hand on the trophy today if you won that game. But we go again and look at that Premier League trophy from afar. Over and out, people. Take care. Good night. God bless.